It's summer. Every day is spent with your friends, eating Chick-fil-A, ice cream, Doritos, chocolate, you name it. Life is fun, life is relaxful. I remember those days, those tasty days where I had little to no worries in life. But let's say I did worry. Let's say we all worried. Let's say that I worried about eating X, Y, and Z that day. Let's say I had small habits such as I'll pass on another slice of pizza. Now, as humans, I want to explain that sometimes we do go back in the past and think, what if I did this differently? Would my outcome today be different? Would I still be in the same predicament as I am today? Now, just like anything in life, obesity has the possibility to spiral out of control and we lose ourselves in the process. As a future bariatric surgeon who wants to major in health sciences or human biology, I want to be able to communicate the risk factors and healthy lifestyles. First, and one of the most obvious reasons, is most definitely physical appearance and health issues. Obesity has various diseases and conditions such as particularly cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obstructive sleep apnea, various types of cancers, and arthritis. Now, I don't say this to scare you. Well, maybe I do. But let's elaborate on one, arthritis. The littlest thing that we take for granted, such as walking, is something that obese people are unable to do. Their bones start to grind in the stress of their heavy body tends to weigh them down. To avoid that, let's avoid unhealthy foods with preservatives in it. Let's lean more towards healthy foods, stuff like yogurt, which has calcium for strong teeth and strong bones. Let's go for citrus fruit, which has vitamin C, which is good for restoring tissues. Next, I want to talk about mental health. Many people do not correlate mental health with obesity, but in fact, obesity increases depression, anxiety, self-esteem, and low body image. In fact, when people are obese, they become self-isolated. That means when I was 250 pounds, I would isolate myself in this room. People who are obese tend to be hopeless and don't find the things enjoyable that they used to. Things that we can do to increase that and be able to go out more is most definitely losing weight. It is shown, and from personal experience, that a weight loss of about 5 to 10% can reduce or reverse conditions of a mental health illness. We can do stuff as if walking around the neighborhood instead of staying at home watching TV, riding the bike to school, or anything such as taking the stairs instead of an escalator or an elevator. Lastly, an obese lifestyle is super hard to get out of. As a bariatric surgeon, I want to be able to perform different strategies such as reducing their stomach, like a gastric bypass or a sleeve gastronomy. I want to be able to do multiple strategies that can help anyone in the most possible ways. Regarding obesity, it can take off 8 years of your life, which is super sad. It is one of the most toughest things, and oftentimes what people do not think about is that little things become hard. You become self-reliant on everyone. You depend on other people for your survival. Things as little as taking a shower. When your arms are so heavy, it's impossible to lift up the other weight and scrub underneath your rolls and your fat. Fungus begins to grow and you begin to smell. That is just one of the many, many, many downsides of being overweight. As a community, it's important to explain what does and what does not work for us, motivate one another, and create a more positive and healthy community for us all.